States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Father in heaven, we are so grateful for this day, Lord. We're thankful for all who have gathered here this evening. We ask for your guidance in making decisions, Lord, and we are so thankful for all that you've given us in our life. In Jesus' name, amen. I'd like to call this evening's meeting of the Jackson City Board here, Council, that's the word I'm looking for. I was thinking about tomorrow, the Jackson County Planning Commission's tomorrow. We'll have roll call. Ms. Rippeth?
Foster.
Here.
Hinch. Here. Colby.
Here.
Peters.
Here.
Newkirk. Wiseman. Here. Bob.
Mayor, I didn't know if your recognition.
I do have one
Okay.
person I'd like to introduce to council tonight, Jason Murray, if you'll just come forward up here to the mic. Jason Murray is one of our newest city employees. He came here from the city of Pataskala, where he worked in city maintenance there, doing a lot of the same things that he will do here in our services group. So I just wanted to let council meet him and see, and told him, of course, he had to give a little speech to council.
Well, like Trevor said, I'm Jason. I come from the city of Pataskala. I live in Londonderry in Benton County, Ross County. I worked for the city of Pataskala for just under 4 years. I've had my place in Londonderry for about 10. I have some property. I live alone, and yeah, I decided my boys are going to college, so I decided to move down here full time, and I applied for the city of Jackson twice, I think. Had a couple interviews.
We didn't take him the first time, but we did give him a second chance.
Yeah, they really made me work for it. Yeah, so I've been here right at a month now. So my background is I work for the street department in the city of Pataskala, essentially doing kind of the same thing. We didn't have quite as many employees, but before that I owned my own landscaping business. And before that, I was in construction management, where I did heavy civil inspection, which was mostly roadway and tunnels that I built in the city of Columbus. I did that for about 12 years. And then prior to that, I worked for the county road department in the state of Florida, in central Florida. So I've been around construction in one form or another for quite a long time. And I've seen all kinds of levels of it. And I don't know, I just hope to bring something with my knowledge and past experience to the city of Jackson and see where it goes. You know, that's, I'm grateful to be here, and yeah, I'm gonna give it my best.
Well, thank you, Jason. Welcome to the city of Jackson.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next on our agenda is the time for visitors to speak, and so we have the group Kids First, who is the levy for the city of Jackson, and two people who are near and dear to my heart are going to speak to you this evening. We have Kaylee Lower and Tina Folks, and so you have 5 minutes, and so I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, thank you. I'm Kaylee Lower. I'm an elementary school counselor over at Northview, and I'm part of the Kids First committee for Jackson City Schools. And so I just wanted to speak tonight to you a little bit about just some information about what our group is doing, and if you would have anybody that would have any questions or anything, I just want to make sure that we're getting the information out there before May 5th. And so Jackson City Schools, because the fair funding formula wasn't implemented, we're set to lose $6 million over the next few years. And so we are asking voters for a 1.25 earned income tax that will last for 6 years. This will only affect those who are earning an income, and it will affect those who live in the Jackson City School District only, regardless of where they work. That's one misconception that we see a lot. So if you live in the Jackson City School District, this is something you will be able to vote on. If this levy does not pass, we are set to lose our 4 award-winning preschool classrooms. So we will lose our preschool program. I'm sure you know in Jackson, my daughter was 4 days old when I signed her up for preschool. There are not many preschool options for us in Jackson. And so that will be a huge hit for us. So 4 award-winning preschool classrooms, all 3 librarians in the school district. We will lose our talented and gifted program. We'll lose our career tech industrial arts program that's in our junior high. We will lose a music teacher, and right now that cut looks like it's going to be coming from the elementary schools, and therefore they're not certain if when they cut somebody from that area, if they would even be able to give our elementary kids any music time. And we're set here to do the 100th Cetaphid here in May. And so that could be something that we lose. And I know I sang in the Cetaphid at Franklin, and if you've been in Jackson City Schools, I'm sure you did as well. We've got 5 intervention teachers at the elementary level that we will lose. And we will also lose 2 elementary school counselors. That's as far as people. We will also have to implement a pay to participate. And so what that means is that if you participate in any extracurricular activity, any club, band, any sport, anything that requires an advisor or a coach, you will have to pay an additional fee to participate in that. The fee is anywhere from $50 to $250. A family does max out at $1,000. A student would max out at $500. One of the things that is near to my heart is we will lose our free lunch and breakfast program right now for everyone. So in our schools right now, our kids get free lunch and breakfast regardless of what their family's income looks like. And it hit me the other day when I was talking to one of the townships. Our elementary has a shared refrigerator in our cafeteria. All the schools do, and we have a shared shelf. And so our elementary kids can go through, they can get, a lot of them will get their sack for breakfast, and some may just want apple juice or they may just want milk. And so they take what they want and then they take what they don't want, and instead of throwing it away, they put it in the refrigerator or they put it in on the shelf, like in its basket. And it's really amazing to see even our kindergartners, they know how the system works. They don't throw away their extras. They give it to each other, and our kids get extra snacks. They visit that refrigerator all day long. It's open. Kids can come whenever they need a snack. You know, our kindergartners eat early, so they're hungry later in the day, and our 5th graders eat late, so they're hungry mid-morning. So that is something that, would be a ripple effect. There wouldn't be extras to put in the refrigerator and on the shelf. So that's just kind of one of the things that would really hurt us, would hurt my kids at school. I also kind of wanted to speak on this Saturday. We have a rally in the park. So it's on Saturday from 12 to 3. Some big highlights here. We will have free food for people, a free meal. I know for a lot of our families that's really important, especially on the weekends. So we've got free food, we've got free cotton candy, we've got popsicles, all the fun things for kids. And then we will also have inflatables, we'll have face painting available, balloon animals, bubbles, a Gaga ball pit, if you've ever seen that, it's really neat. And there's going to be like a duck carnival game where kids can win prizes. The radio will be there as well, and again, all of that is free for our community, just to kind of raise awareness about what's going on and what's going to happen in our school district. A few just misconceptions that I've kind of run into is it is an earned income tax. A lot of people think this is a property tax. It is not. It is an earned income tax. Therefore, if you are retired and you are not receiving an earned income right now, you would not pay it. We've heard, this is a Jackson City Schools problem and they need to budget better. But if you're paying attention to districts around us, we're seeing that this is popping up all over, many schools all over through Ohio. I was talking to somebody who's on Chillicothe's board today about their levy. I know Waverly is going on a levy. Berg just cut their preschool. I believe Green just cut their preschool as well. And if you've ever worked in the elementary, I've worked in a middle school and people think a middle school is hard. our kindergarten teachers and our preschool teachers, I think, have it the hardest. They definitely are working hard in those rooms with kids. So we've got some kids that will come to us in preschool and they've never used a fork or a spoon. They've never really been out in public. So there's just a lot of skills that they come to us and we've got to teach that are besides just academics. And so, did I miss anything?
I think you did well.
Do I have any questions?
Yeah, the activities this Saturday,
Yeah.
funding, it's all donated, volunteered, nothing's coming out of the school budget, right?
Right.
I know there was questions
Oh.
and we've heard and stuff, so please make that very clear that this is not school-funded event.
Absolutely, yes. This is not a school-funded. We've had a lot of wonderful donations, and so we're very grateful for that.
And all school staff will be, of course, volunteering at the park this Saturday. So it'll be volunteer time.
Yeah, Pete?
Yes, as you talk about people that are losing their jobs, there's also about 19 people that will lose their jobs that will, the custodial people will, that work will be contracted out. The local people will no longer have a job, so.
Yes,
we
that-
need to-
Yeah, no, that was something that was, yes, the custodial, we appreciate all the work they do so much. Our cooks at Northview, they will have like matching outfits, they will dress up with the kids, like they love our kids so much. And that's another position that they've talked about, what's the word? Contracting out. And then I believe also 15 aid positions. 17 aid positions have been, will be eliminated as well. So a lot of hits. If this does fail, it will go back on the ballot, but there will be cuts to our middle and our high school. This greatly really affects our elementaries. The next round of cuts would be our middle and high. Yeah.
What time did you say that was Saturday?
12 to 3.
12 to 3. Thank you.
And I have some flyers for you too. I can kind of pass around if that's okay.
I have a question. Somebody was asking me recently, and you just touched on it, but you said they have, if they live here, it doesn't matter where they work, if they live in the district, that's who will be taxed,
Yeah.
right? So if they live outside and they work here, they're not.
No. Yeah. The big emphasis is where you live, if you live within the district.
Other
And it
questions?
doesn't affect anyone that's on any type of retirement, if you're Social Security or any state retirement system. It won't affect any, capital gains on any type of income that you would have. It's an earned income check, getting a paycheck.
Mr. Reed?
Yep.
Do you have any idea how much it would bring in?
Yes, but I don't have that paper.
Yes. There was, but it's very difficult because of it being, I think they use the word fluid, with the number of people, earning a paycheck and what it would be and raises and lows and everything.
There were some cuts already made to the budget. Anybody retiring this year, the district did their best to just kind of absorb those jobs instead of hiring new for that.
Yes, so there are cuts that will take place at the end of this year regardless of the outcome. Now, the ones that she read to you, those will take place beginning this school year in September or August when it starts. And then there are also a list of cuts that will take place the next year if it continues not to be funded. So we're kind of looking ahead. It's going to be a lot of cuts. $6 million is a lot of money to lose.
And I will get with you on that question, because I knew somebody would ask one that I couldn't answer.
I can help you a little bit there based upon one of your meetings
Okay.
that the administration had. The $6 million is over the biennium, so it's over 2 years, and they estimated that this would bring in enough to cover that.
Yes.
So
Okay.
approximately $3 million a year.
But we have, our committee, the main goal of our committee is to provide accurate, factual information to the voters in Jackson City School District. And we've had 3 meet and greets where Phil Howard and Teresa McKinnis answered questions. And then we're having, of course, the rally. We have subcommittees that have tried to contact various groups that we've had committees that have gone to, like all of the assisted livings, nursing homes, senior citizens events, the township meetings, anyone that would basically listen to us.
When does this take effect if it does pass? When will it?
It will take effect, if the levy passes, it'll start in January of 2027. That's when it'll start collecting. We won't see the money right then, it'll take a little while, but it will start January of 27.
Other questions?
What kind of cuts will they do since we won't see the money starting 2027? What kind of cuts will they have to do to kind of wait for that money to come in?
I think a lot of what they're doing right now is planning ahead for that.
Okay.
But a lot of the, like we've had a few teachers retire, those believe is that is enough to cover it until we would get the money.
Yeah, I think there may have even been like if there's a bus driver retiring
Yes.
possibly, and then that route would be incorporated into, instead of having another bus driver replace them. Bus drivers, people that are retiring, we've had people that have turned in, their resignation and that, and depending on if they have to have that position filled, they may not be filling that position. They're also, I think, no longer going to have any, we only have a few of teachers that are retired, rehired teachers. That would be something that will be cut regardless.
Okay. Thank you.
Other questions?
I've got some flyers, if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay, and I've got some new Vote Yes bracelets that just came in the mail today, if anybody wants that, and I've got some stickers, so I'll just send some around. If anybody wants a flyer, I've got a bunch. There's,
You just passing those around.
yeah, I'll start another one over there. I don't want Brett to be upset if he doesn't get one. There you go.
Yeah, I think it's, I believe that's why it would be set. How they would administer
In the last hour.
Well,
Must be a committee call.
There is.
Our meeting this evening, we've been meeting every Monday evening, but this evening we met at La Rosa's in the basement, and it was a texting meeting. And so we had information, and we all sat there on our phones and started
I got a
texting.
text.
I got a text, yeah.
Did you receive one?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Mine was from Amanda.
Mine was from Heather.
Very good.
Well, good deal.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Next on our agenda is approval of the minutes that I want to say in your packet, but actually on your iPad from the March 23rd meeting. Is there any objections or corrections to the minutes as presented to council? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to accept them as presented. Mr. Peters, second by Mr. Newkirk. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign, and the motion is carried. Next, we'll move on to committee reports. Utility, Mr. Newkirk. Thank you, Mr. Newkirk.
I have some items.
But, hold on one second, I'll get right to you. Budget and Finance, Ms. Colby.
No report.
Thank you, Ms. Colby. Police, Fire, and Traffic, Mr. Foster.
I will have some after. I've got utility, and then I'll have that. Okay, so I'll have two things.
Oh, did you have something you want to say in utility? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yes.
Well,
Oh, yes.
let me back up.
Yes.
Mr. Newkirk in. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about it in your committee. I
Everyone
apologize.
knows how I love the Rumpke dumpsters, right? I just love them. Look what I found this morning at 7 o'clock. Here, pass that over to that side. Now, the total dumpsters are not that big of a mess at 7 o'clock on a Monday. Look at those little guys in the corner. Ain't that nice? Now, in the afternoon, Ronnie picked those up and took care of them. All right?
That's at the city
Yeah, city
garage
yeah.
area over there.
Yeah. Okay, and also, some of you are aware of what a Vector truck is for the water department distribution, okay? Came in, about a month ago or so. Looking at that picture I caught of the guys today, isn't that nice? It's your hardworking guys. So they was having training today, so I caught them. Nice bunch of guys. The truck's been on order for close to a year, I believe.
More like 2.
What's that?
I think more like 2.
Yeah, it's been there. It's been there. That's all I have on that.
How about police, fire, and traffic?
Okay, police, fire, and traffic. Okay. I'm going to give these to Mr. Hinch. We've got a vehicle parked the wrong way on Bennett that's been there for about 3 weeks. All right? And also, too, I think it's time, Mr. Hinch, we take a hard look at the junk vehicles, okay? I've got one on Wood and High here, and there's one next door that they got about 4 or 5 vehicles in the back. And there's way too much of that in the city. We got 3 and 4 junk ones in the backyard, okay? But if anybody wants to see these 2 right here, you know, they're rough-looking little guys.
Anything else?
That is all right at the moment.
Anything else for police, fire, and traffic?
Oh, also, I got to say, for my reports, I get $298 a month, all right?
What?
I make $298 a month. I just had to throw that out there.
Service, Mr. Peters.
Just a question for Mr. Kirby, is wondering how the DORA certification is going?
Slowly. I apologize for that. We'll get that to them.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Auditor's report, Mr. Reed.
No report.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. Mr. Kirby?
I do have something that probably would be best in a very, very, very short executive session.
Okay. We'll look for that at the end of the meeting. Chief Hinch?
Briefly, we're going to, the police department is doing more code enforcement this year. We kind of got into the ankles last year. We're going deeper this year into code enforcement. We're going to, a lot of the code enforcement stuff is obvious, high weeds, trash accumulation, junk motor vehicles is on the list. Mr. Swackner and I had a discussion about that today. And just some of the presentation format, we believe we're going to be able to save the city a little bit on not having to send so many certified mails and quicker turnaround. We'll still need some assistance doing some of the ones for properties that are outside. I don't think we need to drive a cruiser with an on-duty officer out of town to, say, Iowa, for a person in Iowa that owns a lot that's not being mowed, and we can't get a hold of. But I'd say 85% of them are ones that we can make contact with. And so we are encouraging people to make sure that you're not accumulating your rubbish, you're not accumulating trash on your property, and that you're mowing your grass. The ordinance calls for anything over 12 inches is required mowing. Our process will be simple. On observation with our body cam, we'll observe it, we'll make contact. We're going to try to get remedy. It's not about citations as much, although we're not obviously not afraid to do that if that's what we need to do. So we're still working on a plan, and I'm going to have a training on it because a lot of the officers have not worked a lot of that code enforcement type stuff. And get them to look at it, get them to deal with it, because we deal with that differently than we deal with some of the criminal activity that occurs. And so that's just, I guess, announcing. If any of the members of council receive those types of complaints, the best process obviously is to forward them to the police department, not to try to get a hold of the mayor's office or the service director's office. We're going to be the ones responding to it. You might as well call us, give us the information. The more first-hand information we get, the better. Second-hand's better. We don't like getting it second-hand. So that would be much appreciated. So if you do get calls from residents in your areas about things, then when are they going to do something about that? Forward that to Jackson people.
Very nice report. Very nice report.
Thank you, Chief Hinch. Is there any questions for Chief Hinch?
If
Mr.
I may
Schweikhammer.
build on that, people may reach out to you guys saying, well, Ray used to reach out to me. Ray was doing a lot of the enforcement that is really under our codifieds, which needs to be under Chief Hinch's department. So if they wonder why they've got an officer coming, knocking on their door versus a phone call or Mr. Lewis showing up, the chief has just explained why.
Thank you, Mr. Whitehammer. Other questions for Chief Hinch? Mayor Evans?
Yes, and I'd just like to add to that. That goes to the people in this room and council members too. You don't have to wait till a council meeting. Feel free to reach out to David or myself or Chief Hinch anytime you see violations so we can get on quicker. Obviously, it's fine to bring them up here, but you don't have to wait for a meeting. If you want to get it off your chest, let us know. We'll work on it. Ray will still be doing what Ray does too. It's just got a little overwhelming for him as we continue to try to clean up this town. I mean, the minute you back off on that, the messes are right back there again on a lot of these properties. It's a constant battle. The little bit update on our downtown project. Part of downtown is closed this weekend. You may hear some complaints on that, where they're having to do some tie-ins, and it was just too much to try to keep the street open safely. So it's just for a few days this week that intersection downtown, part of downtown is closed. I know that David and the police department have worked with them to try to get a proper detour so we don't get trucks stuck in the middle there trying to get in and out. If they follow the detour signs, they can get around just fine. Friday of this week, we do have bid openings for two different paving projects. Our city paving, which I give you all a list of tonight of the proposed streets. As we find every year, that changes a little bit as the season goes on for various reasons. That is our beginning list of what we propose to pave this year. If you think there's something that needs done very badly and we missed it, there again, reach out to us, reach out to David, myself, or our office.
You can come right across the other side of Church Street there and keep on coming down the alley. There's a huge hole by, at the end by CVS. Is that Harding?
It's a good idea, that's right.
There's a huge, sinkhole right on the corner by the Ice Snuggle Lewis, but otherwise, yeah.
And the same goes for sinkholes, potholes. Anytime you guys find one, we are constantly adding to the list of our managers meeting every week. We periodically do pothole repair, but we do keep track of them, so anyone on council or from the public for that matter, don't hesitate to call and let us know where it is. It's another one of them jobs that there's really no end to. You just keep after it. There is legislation tonight, you'll see, to help us move forward with some of the site prep work at the new city hall. When they demoed the building, there were soil borings done to look ahead to make sure the new building will be stable, and they determined that there is some additional soils underneath the old building that need removed. Quite a lot of it actually need removed and put back in with proper fill to support the new building. I don't know, it's one of them things where the old building sat there for 90-some years and held up pretty good, but the engineers are saying we need to do that, so we hope to do that. We'll include that in with the current project to try to keep that job moving. We can talk more about that when the legislation comes up if you want. Also, I guess I'll probably save it for new business, and Joe can fill us in. But I'd like to have a motion passed tonight. This is Joe's recommendation how to handle this, at least to where I can, as you all know, I've known for a while, Mr. Schwackhammer is retiring at the end of June. I'd like to get approval to bring the next service director in 4 to 6 weeks early. It's not a new job, it's just temporary, so that we can have some time for them both working together for a while before Mr. Schweikhammer makes his exit. I think Joe said we could probably just do that with a motion tonight. We got the money in the budget to cover it. So we'll deal with that under new business. And that's all I have tonight.
Thank you, Mayor. Questions for the mayor? Mr. Schweikhammer.
Yeah, the mayor's covered all the projects, so the only thing I'm going to add is, as everyone's aware, the Big Red Diamond Club has managed the city's baseball, softball rec league for several years now. They had their kickoff this past weekend with a parade which the chief was leading, and there was about 40 units of kids involved. We have teams in it this year from Beaver, Jackson, and Wellston that's participating in that. I haven't got a head count of actual number of kids, but good program, brings a lot of business to the city. You know, Monday through Friday, or at least Thursday night, those ball fields are full, and all those kids are eating, and before or after, maybe both.
Anything else, Mr. Schweikhammer?
No.
Thank you. Any questions for the service director, Mr. Bob?
Have you come up with the cleaning week or whatever that's going to be?
No, you're talking about the general
City cleanup.
city cleanup. No, it's actually, somebody else had asked me earlier, it's on our manager's discussion for tomorrow, because in the past, we'd always had the rear load garbage trucks, always had 2 individuals involved. It was easy to incorporate it into that. With the new truck where you only have 1 person going around, we're picking up the cans. We've got to look at some other options or how we're going to handle an event like that if we're going to continue to offer such an event.
I was going to say, I know you and I have talked, we talked about locating dumpsters in parts of the city.
That was,
People are
yeah.
hard enough to get them to get to the curb and pick it up. You know, the people, the citizens do it. You know, if we had to take it to a dump site, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, as I mentioned, that's one of the items on tomorrow's discussion. Our newer equipment, 1 driver, you know, we just got to see how we're going to handle it.
Other questions for Mr. Schweikhammer? Thank you, Mr. Schweikhammer. At this time, we'll go into the ordinances and resolutions portion of our meeting. We'll begin ordinance on first reading, 21-2026. Ms. Rippeth?
An ordinance approving additional appropriations in the Community Improvement Fund, transfer out and declaring an emergency.
Could I have a motion to adopt ordinance 21-2026 as presented to council? Mr. Peters, is there a second? Ms. Hinch, second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Discussion, Mr. Reed.
What this is, we got the check for the excise tax on the marijuana distribution, basically. And we put it in 228 after talking with the state. They would rather it be, we could do a line there, but last meeting, they decided that they would rather have us in its own specific fund. It is for capital improvements. So last meeting, we created the fund, and this is taking it from 228 where it was placed when we got the check, and putting it in that fund. So we're getting it ready to move here. The next following ordinance moves it actually from this line out to the fund.
Thank you, Mr. Reed.
I move to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend. Is there a second? Ms. Colby seconds. Discussion? Ms. Rippeth?
Foster?
Yes.
Hinch?
Yes.
Colby?
Yes.
Peters?
Yes.
Newkirk? Wiseman? Bach?
Yes.
Further discussion? Ms. Rippeth?
Foster?
Yes.
Hinch?
Yes.
Colby?
Yes.
Peters?
Yes.
Newkirk?
Yes.
Wiseman? Bach?
Yes.
Ordinance 21-2026 is duly adopted. Next for council consideration, first reading, ordinance 22-2026. Ms. Rippeth?
An ordinance transferring funds from the Community Improvement Fund to the AUM Distributions Fund and declaring an emergency.
Could I have a motion to adopt ordinance 22-2026 as presented to council? Mr. Hinch, second. Mr. Newkirk, second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Discussion, Mr. Reed.
Yes, this is the one that would move it from the community improvement to its own fund. It was created last council.
Ms. Hinch,
I'll move to suspend the rules.
motion to suspend, second by Mr. Peters. Discussion. Ms. Rippeth?
Foster.
Yes.
Hinch.
Yes.
Colby.
Yes.
Peters.
Yes.
Newkirk.
Yes.
Wiseman.
Yes.
Bach.
Yes.
Further discussion? Ms. Rippeth?
Foster.
Yes.
Hinch. Colby.
Yes.
Peters.
Yes.
Newkirk.
Yes.
Wiseman.
Yes.
Bach.
Yes. Ordinance 22, 2026 is duly adopted. Next, for council consideration, first reading, ordinance 23, 2026. Ms. Rippeth?
An ordinance approving additional appropriations in the city building project expense fund and declaring an emergency.
Could I have a motion to adopt the ordinance 23, 2026 as presented to council? Mr. Newkirk, second by Mr. Bob. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Discussion. Mr. Reed?
Last year, there was a PO that was held open for the limestone for the memorial building. That is being closed out. This makes this money available back for any work to be done on the memorial building. So what this would be doing is reappropriating the money into the budget for the memorial building itself.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. Discussion? Ms. Hinch?
I'll move to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend, second by Ms. Colby. Discussion? Ms. Rippeth?
Foster.
Yes.
Hinch.
Yes.
Colby.
Yes.
Peters.
Yes.
Newkirk.
Yes.
Wiseman.
Yes.
Bach.
Yes.
Further discussion? Ms. Rippeth?
Foster.
Yes.
Hinch.
Yes.
Colby.
Yes.
Peters.
Yes.
Newkirk.
Yes.
Wiseman.
Yes.
Bach.
Yes.
Ordinance 23, 2026 is duly adopted. That concludes our ordinances. We'll move into the resolutions on first reading. We'll begin with Resolution 9, 2026. Ms. Rippeth?
A resolution authorizing the Service Safety Director to enter into an agreement with the Jackson County Land Revitalization Corporation for mowing certain property located within the city and authorizing the director to establish fees sufficient to cover the city's costs and declaring an emergency.
Could I have a motion to adopt Resolution 09, 2026 as presented to council? Mr. Peters, is there a second? Mr. Newkirk, second. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Discussion, Mr. Schweikhammer.
Yes, the Main Bank had approached the city. Every year they hire an entity to keep the lots mowed that they own within the city, and they ask if this is something that we might be interested in doing. We're working on getting a number right now because we can't give away city assets, so it'd have to be a number associated with the time, equipment, and so forth involved. This would just give us the opportunity to see if we could negotiate a deal or whether or not they feel they can get it done outside the city, cheaper.
Thank you, Mr. Schweikhammer.
So the city wants to get into the landscaping business, profit-wise then. Boy, I'd say someone's going to call me tomorrow and have a fit about that.
First of all, the city wouldn't be profiting. We would just cover the cost, and this is something that is another legal entity, being the land bank. We would not do it as for residents in general.
I just don't like
Yes, I have a question. How many properties are they currently holding?
They said it was like 4 or 5 properties.
Yeah, less than 10, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
4 to 5 properties.
Yeah.
And I'll add to that. It's not like we're looking to do it or want to do it, but they asking us to do it, or at least give them a price on it. And, we've budgeted a lot of money since I've been here, that we didn't have to spend cleaning up properties because of the work of the land bank. Of course, it's grant money, but they have helped us clean up the city a lot since I've been mayor here. A lot of projects, a lot of money.
On top of it, we're a partner of theirs, so
Absolutely.
I don't see any issue with it.
Yeah. So we'll at least give them a price for what we think it would cost us to do it, and then they can decide.
Other discussion?
Yeah, I'll move to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend, is there a second? Ms. Hinch, seconds. Discussion. Ms. Rippon?
Foster,
Yes.
Hinch.
Yes.
Colby,
Yes.
Peters,
Yes.
Newkirk,
Yes.
Wiseman. Bach.
Yes.
Further discussion? Ms. Rippon?
Foster,
Yes.
Hinch. Yes. Colby,
Yes.
Peters,
Yes.
Newkirk,
Yes.
Wiseman, Bach.
Yes.
Resolution 092026 is duly adopted. Finally, our last resolution, first reading this evening on Resolution 10-2026. Ms. Rippon?
A resolution authorizing an agreement to provide additional funding for excavation and compaction work related to the demolition of the memorial building and declaring an emergency.
Could I have a motion to adopt Resolution 10-2026 as presented? So moved. Mr. Peters, second, Ms. Wiseman. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Discussion, Mr. Reed.
Well, I'll kick this back to the mayor in just a second, but as far as what this is doing, it's continuing the work on the memorial building that was taken over by the county. And we have always said we work in conjunction with them and keep the Breck County in with this as far as for, they tore it down for us. And now we would have had to do all of that. This is continuing with their bid to tear it down and clean it up.
Yeah, when they demoed like the basement out of the old building, then even though it's not demo work, part of their work was to fill it back in with the proper type of stone and compact it and all. But before they did that, we wanted to make sure the subsoil underneath that was stable, and it turns out it was not. So that's why, it's not additional demo, it's getting the site ready for the new building, but we need to do it now instead of letting them fill it in now and then have to go redo all that later.
What does this do to the timeline? Does it push back any?
Well, the biggest pushback is that we've been waiting to do this, trying to figure out how to do it, getting estimates on it and all that. So yeah, a little bit.
If you don't do it, you're not going to have a building.
Well, once
It's got to be safe and strong.
Once the engineers point out a deficiency like that, we just really can't afford to take the chance of moving on without doing this.
Further discussion?
We would like to get this passed if possible, so we can get this work started. And
Mr. Peters, second by Mr. Bott. Discussion? Ms. Rippon?
Foster,
Yes.
Hinch.
Yes.
Colby,
Yes.
Peters, Newkirk, Wiseman, Bach.
Further discussion? Ms. Rippon?
Foster,
Yes.
Hinch. Yes. Colby,
Yes.
Peters,
Yes.
Newkirk, Wiseman, Bach.
Resolution 10-2026 is duly adopted. This concludes our ordinances and resolutions portion of our meeting. I congratulate council on their work, their diligent work with all of these. We have two pieces or two items, I think, under the correspondence. One is, I think, Ms. Rippeth is reminding us about our filing deadline.
Got 2 days if you haven't done it.
So you got 2 days. So, just a reminder. And then there's a liquor
Yes,
license
of a
transfer.
liquor license, yes.
Ms. Rippon?
So this is just a transfer of a liquor license, and it is the gas station that's on Main Street by Toro Loco. So it's just changing ownership, and I need a motion as to whether you want to waive the hearing.
So is there a motion to waive the hearing, or you want to have a hearing for it?
Can you tell me what the ownership is?
It's going from Twin Pillars Krishna LLC. No, I'm sorry, it's going to them from J. Wari Shankar
He is-
LTD.
Jay owned it for a long time, and he's sold it. It's been sold for some time, actually. The new owners have been in there. I know a little bit about it, but he sold it to a group that has a large number of convenience stores. So that's just a transferring from one to the other. Yes, sir, Mr. Hinch.
I also have to sign off on those. I signed off on that 2 days ago as it was presented to me because we do a history check on the entities to make sure that there's not a criminal reason or that we have just any personal knowledge of reasons. So just to give you the right information, we've done a thorough check on that, and I saw no reason to not allow for that transfer from my perspective.
Thank you, Chief.
Mr. President, I'll move to waive the hearing.
Motion to waive, second by Mr. Foster. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Thank you. Old business, anyone have any old business they'd like to bring before council?
Yes, I have a question. Mr. Swackhammer, this really bothers me. 225 Bridge Street, can you check on that house? That's the land bank, I believe, owns it, if it's going to go down or it's going to stay for another year. Really bothers me. 225 Bridge Street, right on an alley, all right?
Okay.
That's all I got.
Thank you, Mr. Schweikhammer. Ms. Hinch?
I have a couple. Kayaks at Hammertown. Does anybody know when they will be open back out for rental?
That is not a city entity. I have not spoken to the group this year.
Do you know who the group is?
Jackson County Forward Group.
Okay.
They actually have the contract.
Right.
And the only thing the city did was give them permission to use the site and hold us non-liable.
Okay.
You're ready to go, aren't you?
Huh?
You're ready to go, aren't you?
I really am. I am.
I bet the water's cold.
Um,
You gotta keep it upright.
Yeah, no swimming.
Got it. Update on positions. I know that Jason Murray was here. What was his new position? Is he a manager?
He's actually a skilled laborer
Okay.
in our services group, which includes street and alley.
Okay. What about the other positions that have been advertised? So the managers and the,
The manager positions I plan to have filled by the end of this month,
okay,
so by the 1st of May. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I'd like to have the service director position filled by the 1st of June, or maybe even a little earlier, if I can get the legislation to do that tonight,
okay,
which I think is just a motion.
okay. I think that's all.
Thank you, Ms. Hinch. Anything else, old business? Step into new business. So we'll act on this motion by the mayor, his request for motion to, for the service director's position.
So we're not, the city's not being asked to create a new position, but there is a training period required to fill in for the service director, not to replace him. So to avoid confusion as to whether this is a management position or taking any other position, council would be asked to make a motion for temporary hiring of an employee for training to be service director. It's already funded. There's no funding or anything that needs to be made by council that's not already done, and there's no other position being created. So just a simple motion authorizing that temporary position to avoid any confusion.
I'll make a motion to authorize bringing on a service director early to kind of get OJT.
Thank you, Ms. Wiseman. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Newkirk. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign?
Let the record show that I abstained from the
Well, let's go ahead and do a full vote then.
We'll do a voice vote. Go
Okay,
ahead.
Foster,
Yes.
Hinch.
Yes.
Colby.
Yes.
Peters.
abstain.
Newkirk. Wiseman.
Yes.
Bach.
Yes.
The motion passes. Thank you. Any other new business to be brought before council?
Yes, I have something. Mr. Swackhammer, I was called last week about a alley. This is on Dickinson. It's up the hill past the swimming pool. And the lady was supposed to get me the two, not deeds, where the alley is still open, okay? And Problem, pass this down to him, please. Problem is that the neighbor is parking in that spot, and she'd like to get back to her backyard. So told I'd bring that up to you.
Who's on the wrong?
These people here parks.
Do you have an address?
Thought I had that. I'll tell you after the meeting.
Is it 5 or is it south?
That's south.
Can I see it?
Yeah, I was waiting. I thought she was going to give me the... That's all I have.
Any other new business?
Yeah, we had a couple of committee meetings before council. One was the historic review overlay district board. That's a lot. To hear property owner wanting to put a temporary structure on a piece of property on Broadway, granted, and that in turn went to zoning board of appeals for their vote, and which was approved for setbacks.
Thank you, Mr. Peters, for that report. Anything else, new business?
Yes.
Yes, sir, Mr. Sprecher.
I have a request for a water tap outside the city on Kessinger Road. We have a line there already. It'd be just a normal residential tap. Service is available. There would be no additional cost beyond that of the residential tap.
So we need a motion to grant that.
I'll move to grant service.
Mr. Peters, second by Mr. Newkirk. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Anything else on new business? Mr. Reed?
Just information, since they hope to have the kayaks opening right at the end of the month.
Perfect, thank you.
I believe Mr. Kirby had asked that we have a quick meeting here this evening
Discuss pending litigation.
to discuss pending litigation. So we have a motion.
I'll move to enter executive session for the purpose of consulting with our attorney over litigation matters. Everyone at the table has to gather.
Ms. Rippeth?
Foster.
Yeah.
Hinch.
Yeah.
Colby.
Yes.
Peters.
Yes.
Newkirk.
Yes.
Wiseman. Yes. Bott.
We stand in adjournment at 7:53. Mr. Wilson? Session at 8:02. Chair would entertain a motion for adjournment. Ms. Hinch?
I'll second.
Ms. Wiseman? Discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We stand in adjournment.